All right, good morning everybody. Happy Sunday. My name is Trent. I'm the yoga director here at Rise 31, and I wanted to introduce one of our great teachers, Justin, who's going to be taking us through his 60-minute yin class here this morning. So I'm going to turn it over to him, and then we're going to go ahead and get started.
What's up, everybody? Welcome. Really grateful that we can reach out and be together in this way during this time. So get your yoga space ready, a mat, blanket, towel, whatever you need. If you have access to some blocks that you can place under the hips, if while you're seated you find that your knees are higher than your hips, see if you can get some bolsters. What we've done here is just place a couple of blocks underneath the hips, and so that we can breathe easy, roll the hips forward, and get into our practice. We're going to roll the hips forward and bring the shoulders back and down. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Closing the eyes, shutting out the outside world. Bring the palms together to the heart center. Extending and deepening the breath using all of the power of the lungs. Really bring those shoulders back and down. Tilt the hips forward. Setting our intentions for this next hour to be anchored to the breath, anchored into the awareness of our entire body and shutting out the outside world. On our next inhale, bring our palms up to the sky, reaching up, opening the fingers, stretching tall. Exhale, forward from the hips. Let that chin sink down into the chest. Let that weight sink forward, settling into our practice. Breathing strong, listening to the gong. We use bells and gongs in yoga and meditation to dispel any other vibrations, to retune, to recenter, to harmonize. Use the fingers to walk a little bit farther away from the body, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Now, keeping the torso steady in the center, we're going to walk those palms over to the right side to stretch the left side body. Especially in forward folding asanas, we want to use the core to help us breathe. Use the diaphragm. We're going to saturate that bloodstream full of fresh, cleansing oxygen. In this class, we're really going to focus to bring healing to every single cell of the body, bolster our immune system, and get as strong as we can be. Sinking down, a little micro movement, last adjustment to the right. And next inhale, walk those palms back to center. Nice and slow. No hurry, no rush. Hey everybody. Make sure that the jaw is unclenched. The face is relaxed. No tension in the eyes. Next, exhale, start to walk those palms over to the left side, stretching out the right side body. Breathing into the knees, breathing into the hips, anywhere where we're tight, anywhere where we need attention, where we need healing, where we need to loosen up and let go, breathe into that spot. Awareness out of the mind, into the
body. Next, inhale, walking those palms back to center. And then using the palms to slowly walk towards the body bit by bit. Head and neck roll up last. We're going to reach back and just grab that glute muscle on each side. Pull the glutes back so that we're sitting nice and square on that tailbone. Really roll those hips forward, shoulders back and down. Eyes are soft. Palms to the knees, we drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, we roll the head to the left shoulder. Exhale, forward. Inhale to the right shoulder. Exhale, forward. Now, one breath, one movement. Go at your own pace. Every breath is a different experience. Another opportunity to get deeper and to let go. Give yourself a little smile and let those shoulders drop down away from the ears. The shoulders love to creep up for the ears. Keep them down away. Feel the full weight of that skull as it rolls forward, side to side. One more time on each side. Next, inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, we drop the chin to chest. Inhale, we look up towards the sky, the third eye, chin up. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, gazing up, stretching the neck very gently. Nice. The breath is so key, so important. Use the core. See if you can use the muscles in the nostrils to widen the nasal passages to increase the airflow as we breathe. One more cycle. Exhale brings us back to center. Inhale, center, exhale. We just turn our head to the right, gazing all the way to the right. Keep the chin level the whole time. Inhale, center. Exhale, gaze left over our left shoulder. So inhale brings us center. Exhale brings us over one shoulder. Nice and easy. Keep the shoulders and the chest square. If you want to transition to your Ujjayi breathing all through the nose, ocean breathing sounds like the ocean. Even stretching the eye muscles as we gaze as far as we can over our left and right shoulder. Ujjayi, ocean breathing, always available. One more time on each side. Next, inhale, let's find ourselves back to center. Inhale, we reach up with the right arm, grabbing that left side of the face and just gently stretching, reaching, pulling that right ear to the shoulder. Now be careful, we're not crunching the neck, we're lifting, we're stretching, we're lengthening, creating space. Try to keep that spinal column straight up and down as we pull that right ear to the right shoulder. You can gently tilt the head back, forward. You'll feel it when it hits right. Use the core to breathe. Next, inhale. Actually use that palm to press the head to center so we don't have to engage the muscles of the neck. Left side, inhale. Pulling, lengthening, left ear, left shoulder. Remember, lengthen, no crunching. Especially important to keep that right shoulder down away from the ear. Jaw unclenched, eyes are soft. Any micro movement, any adjustment you want to make, tilting the head forward, back slightly. body be your primary guide. I'm just here for suggestions. Inhale, press that head back to the center line with the palm. Bring that right hand back. Interlace the fingers behind the head. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, try to touch those elbows together. Inhale, we lengthen, open. Exhale. So find your own breath, your own movement. Maybe try to play with the retention. Inhale, hold for just a moment. Exhale, we really squeeze every last molecule out of the lungs. A complete exhale makes for a complete inhale. We're dumping all that metabolic waste out of the lungs, out of the body. Inhale that fresh oxygen, healing to every cell. One more step. Now we're going to bring the fingertips down to the shoulders. We really want to keep them glued there the entire time. Inhale, those elbows connect. And try to keep them connected all the way up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, connected. Lifting. And instead of circles, really think of spirals. We're slowly increasing our range of motion. Check in with the hips. Forward tilt in the hips. Don't let that lumbar spine be slouching. We're standing tall in the spine, nice and proud. And reverse directions. Inhale, the elbows come up, connect at the top if you can. Try to keep them connected all the way down. Fingertips stay at those shoulders. Face is soft and relaxed. The breath is so important. Nice. 2 more times. Exhale, bring those palms back down to the knees. Inhale, that right arm comes to the sky, really reaching and lifting to the ceiling. Exhale, pushing that left palm into the left knee. We're going to place that right palm right behind where the tailbone's at and twist to the right. Nice and gentle. Every inhale, we lengthen. Every exhale, we twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, create that space. Exhale, we bring out that spine, gazing over the right shoulder, looking right, using the eye muscles to stretch. And here we really want to keep our shoulders in a nice horizontal line. So if you'd like to place a block underneath that palm, if you want to be on the fingertips of the right hand, it's just so important that we keep those shoulders nice and aligned. Next, exhale, keep that torso twisted to the right. For our double helix, we're going to dip the chin, roll the head out to the left side. So torso twists right, head twists left, looking left. We're using the engine of the lungs to power the body. One more time. Exhale, back to center. Check in with the hips. Forward tilt in the hips. Shoulders back and down. Chin is level, eyes are soft. Palms onto the knees. Inhale, left side. Palm to the ceiling. Exhale, pressing to that right knee, twisting to the left. Make sure those horizontal shoulders in line. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we twist. Remember, as long as you're connected to the breath, you're doing yoga. Everything else, really secondary. One more breath, and on the next exhale, double helix. Gazing right, looking right, but twisting that torso to the left.
to center. Now let's take a look down at the legs, and let's notice which side that we naturally crossed in. And we're going to recross on the other side. So just learning a little bit about ourselves, about our own body, about our subconscious preferences. Reach back, adjust those glutes. Inhale, we lift. Forward fold from the hips. Sinking down, chin easy, relaxed. Jaw is unclenched. And while we're sinking down and surrendering into this posture, I just want to talk a little bit about the Bandha system in yoga. So the Bandha system in yoga, philosophically, physically, is talking about energetic locks within the body. We squeeze certain muscle groups while we're in postures to hold on to our energy, to stay focused. So as we're in this forward folding posture, we're going to learn a little bit about that Mula Bandha. This is our root bandha. Physically, this is our sphincter muscle, perineum muscle, all those muscles at the base of the spine. And as we're in this forward fold, I want us to be mindful of these muscles and squeeze and release. To start to activate this Mula Bandha and see how it changes the body. Don't take my word for it. I want you to feel the difference when you start to become aware of different parts of the body. Squeeze, release. Use the fingers to walk a little bit farther down. Scan the face, no tension. And just by becoming aware of the heart, aware of the breath, we slow everything down. We deepen our connection to ourselves. Two more breaths, let's really make it count. Squeeze and release that Mula Bandha. Next, inhale, walking those palms back up to center. Rising up, head and neck, come up last. Palms to the knees. Inhale, we're going to roll those shoulders all the way up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, real deep rolling of the shoulders, breaking up this old scar tissue, really flushing out that inflammation. So much stress is held in the face and the neck and the jaw and the shoulders. And once again, even though physically maybe we can't do it, but imagine we're breathing into these parts of the body where we need to. Breathing into the shoulders. Bring in that prana, that life force, that chi, same thing. Reverse. Inhale, the shoulders come up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, forward and down. Once again, spiraling. Every single time, pushing a little bit farther past our range of motion. One more cycle. Exhale, back to stillness. We're going to raise up the arms, parallel to the floor, palms facing down. Spread the fingers wide. We're going to bring the thumbs on the inside to make a fist. And imagine we're balancing blocks on our wrists to keep our arms from moving. Just clockwise rotations of that big middle knuckle. So we're getting deep into the wrists here, getting ready to warm up those wrists. Imagine we're drawing big, huge circles with that middle knuckle. Reverse, counterclockwise. Keeping that thumb on the inside, squeeze and release that Mula Bandha. Just bring a little life into that root chakra. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, just drop that middle knuckle straight down to the floor. Inhale, point it straight up to the ceiling. Exhale, pointing that knuckle down. Inhale, straight up. It's a subtle movement, but it hits deep. Back to center. Now, even more subtle, pointing the knuckles to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left.
Been spending a lot of time on our phones. We got a lot of tension in our wrists and our fingers. Inhale, we open those palms, bring the fingers pointed straight up, fingertips pointed straight up. Exhale, fingertips straight down. One breath, one movement. This is all in the wrists. Keep the shoulders dropping away from the ears. You might even start to feel it burn a little bit in the deltoids and the triceps. One more time. And exhale, palms flat, facing down. Inhale, we rotate those thumbs all the way to the outside, spiraling out. Exhale, spiraling in. So this gets deep into the shoulders, into the arms, into the elbows, into the wrists. One more cycle. And inhale. That fingers on the right hand drop down. Take that left palm and use it to stretch the top of that right wrist, grabbing onto the top knuckles. Pulling those fingers towards the body. Keep the shoulders dropped. Relax the face. Inhale. Palm faces away from the body. Finger to finger. Let's pull that wrist up nice and gentle the other way. Keep those thumbs stretching out. And shake it out. To life in the fingers, getting ready for the other side. Inhale. Fingertips on the left hand facing down. Let's use the right palm to stretch out the top of that wrist. Flip, finger to finger. Keep that thumb on the left hand stretching out. Breathing into the wrist. Just visualizing, feeling all that fresh oxygenated blood surging into the wrist. And shake it out back to center. We're going to let those fingers drop behind us. Fingers are going to face away from the body, palms flat on the floor, nice and gentle. We're just going to let those shoulders drop back, chest open up, and very gently let the head start to drop back. Warmed up the neck, you should be nice and loose. Just gently dropping the chest open, dropping the head back. Now slowly we're going to start to open the mouth, stretching the jaw, stretching the tongue as well. Always optional, we can take some tiger breaths. Inhaling into the nose, exhale. Right, let it all go. And you can consciously, on that exhale, squeeze the muscles of the face. Stick that tongue out, open the jaw, get all that tension out of the face. Two more, really make it count. Don't be shy. If you can't hear your breath, be stronger. Last one. Nice. Slowly bring those shoulders back in a line over the hips, and then gently bring the head and neck back to center. Drop the chin to the chest. Both hands to the top of the head, just gently using the weight of the arms to drop our chin forward, stretching the back of the neck. Make sure our hips are tilted forward, nice curve in the lumbar spine. And inhale. Use those palms to bring the head back to center. And we're going to bring ourselves to Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. So uncrossing, bring the soles of the feet together and really feel that warmth interchanging between the soles of the feet. We're going to really try to scoot our hips close to our heels, bring our hands to our feet, shoulders back. We feel that spine nice and long. We have Excellent alignment. Inhale, reaching up with both palms, gazing up the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Slowing the breath down. Once again, checking in with the face. Make sure there's no tension in the jaw, the eyes are soft. And we can slide those palms back, grab onto the feet, and use the elbows to wedge those hips open even more. What's important is to not let the shoulders roll forward and collapse the chest. Keep the shoulders back, chest is open, breathing strong. 2 more breaths. We're really going to slow them down, exalt, enjoy them. Never any rush in yoga, really no sense of time either. Just sense of breath, sense of body. Two more breaths. Slowly rolling up that spine, 1 vertebra at a time, just feeling everything clicking into place. We're going to keep that left heel exactly where it's at and extend that right leg. If we know we're really tight, if we're going to have trouble forward folding and reaching our foot, or if we know that our posture needs some help, we're going to grab our strap, or a belt, or a towel, or anything that you can really think of that works in this situation. Inhale. Bring the belt up to the sky, reaching, lengthening. Exhale, forward fold. Using that strap around the ball of the foot and really actively reaching those toes on the right foot back to the face. Keep the right leg engaged. Squeeze into that Mula Bandha and forward fold. If we can very easily reach onto our foot, we can try crossing the arms. If even that is really easy for us, we can take a block or maybe a bolster or anything else really, placing it in front of that foot, increase the amount we can stretch. It doesn't have to be a yoga block, it doesn't have to be anything special, as long as it works. Keep breathing nice and strong. Two more breaths. On that next inhale, sliding the palms up the leg, just pressing down through the palms to help assist those back muscles so we don't have to strain the back. We're going to switch sides. So bring in that right leg, adjust the glutes, make sure we're square on that tailbone. Right heel is close to the body. Really actively reach the toes back on that left foot. Grab your strap if you need it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And really with every inhale, we're going to try to hunt down an extra millimeter, maybe even an extra nanometer of space in the spine. And every exhale, we move through that space, surrendering a little further. Any thoughts, any distractions, internal and external, we dispel them with the breath. Once again, options for all your variations, crossing the arms, using a block, or even if you're just halfway up the leg, that's just fine. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears, chest is open and proud, face is relaxed. 2 more breaths, nice and easy. Remember, the breath is the most important part of our practice. Next, inhale, sliding those palms up that left leg. Help support the lower back as we press down, sliding up. Extend that right leg, adjust the glutes, give yourself a little smile, it's just yoga. Exhale, reaching up, exhale, reaching forward, lengthening, and then down. Slowing the breath down, really becoming aware of our own bodies. So much mental chatter loves to come in, we can always dispel it, de-spell any thoughts with the breath. And if you're going to do your own yin practice at home, unguided, really lengthen out all of these poses that we're doing by 5 or even by 10 times. These are tools that we share with you, and you make your own recipe anytime you need it. One more deep cycle of breath. Last chance for micro adjustments, really surrendering. So much about this time is about surrender, acceptance, non-judgment. And inhale, slowly sliding those palms up the legs. And if you don't have any blocks under the hips and you need them, really take a moment now, grab some towels, grab a pillow. We're going to bring that left leg in, and the right leg is going to come off to the side so that the flat of our foot is facing directly back behind us on our right leg, and the flat of our foot on our left leg is facing over to the right. Let's scoop those glutes back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward. Using the core to breathe. Really try to visualize the bottom of that diaphragm dropping down, creating that negative space in the lungs, and the air just rushes in on its own. Two more breaths, nice and slow. Remember to really engage those muscles in the nostrils, widen up our channels of airflow. And next inhale, just start to walk those palms back towards the body, nice and slow. Head and neck come up last. And then like before, dropping the palms back behind the body, fingertips facing away from the body, open the chest, let that head drop back. You drop back closer to the floor, you start to feel it come up the IT band. Really keep that chest open. And this time, we're going to stretch the jaw not down and open, but forward, like an underbite. So head back, and stretching that jaw forward like an underbite. Feel all that tension that we keep stored in there for weeks, months, years, just getting nice and gently pulled out, flushed away. Use the nostrils, breathe strong. 2 more breaths. Next, inhale, use the palms to help bring the shoulders in the center line, then bring the head back to center. Switch. Right foot is going to come in like half cross leg. The flat of the left foot right behind us. Nice and square on the glutes, getting them out of the way, getting onto that tailbone. Inhale, lengthen, reach, getting as long as we can, really trying to reach to the ceiling. Forward fold. Talking about increasing that airflow to the nostrils. If you know anything about cars, about combustion engines, you know the first thing that we do to increase capacity, to increase efficiency, is increase the intake flow. So let's widen those nostrils and increase our flow. We can also think about how every combustion engine has a dedicated intake and a dedicated exhaust. Think about that. Try breathing in through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Decreasing the amount of breaths per minute, but increasing the amount of oxygen in our bloodstream. Making use of every millimeter surface area of the lungs. One more deep cycle in our forward fold. Really surrender, let go. And slowly walk those palms back to center. Mind our hips, mind our shoulders. Bring the palms back. Open the chest, open the shoulders, and now just a freestyle jaw and face opener. So whatever's felt good for you so far, opening our jaw. We can take lion's breaths, we can take fluttering breaths. If you're home alone, just be loud as heck. Don't worry about it. Even if you're not home alone, just freak out your family a little bit. They'll come and join you. Two more. And bringing those shoulders back slowly over the center line, head and neck. Come back. Let's bring ourselves back to cross-legged, and nice and easily, we're going to bring our palms forward and just gently transition into tabletop. So if we got to get those blocks out of the way, let's bring our palms under our elbows under our shoulders. Knees are about hip-width apart, right underneath the hips, tops of the feet on the floor. Fingers are spread nice and wide with the thumb pads really rolling down. We come into our cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale, rounding the spine, thrusting those hips to the forehead. One breath, one movement. And really the movement follows the breath. Meaning however long your inhale is, that's how long the movement should be. Don't shorten the breath to increase the repetitions. Always quality over quantity. And as we thrust those hips for the face and the forehead comes down for the hips as well. As we inhale, we can gaze up at that third eye, stretching the eye muscles. As we exhale, we can gaze at the tip of the nose. So going cross-eyed, intentionally, stretching the eye muscles. If you start to cough, we're literally draining the sinuses. Relax. Tell your family to calm down. Two more of our deepest, most mindful flows yet. Really press
pressing down into the palms. Every finger is doing work. Now let's bring that right palm directly underneath the sternum. Fingers spread wide. Inhale, we open to the left side, looking up at that left thumb. Exhale, closing gently. So one breath, one movement. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we close. Nice, easy thoracic twist. Really, with every inhale, pressing down through the palm. Use the fingers. Awareness out of the mind, into the body. Give a squeeze into that Mula Bandha. Bring some life into that root chakra. Next inhale, reaching up to the sky. Inhale, hold. Exhale, thread that needle. Left arm comes underneath the right, sinking down into that left shoulder. We're going to walk that right palm ahead of us, left palm to the right. So if our arms were a clock, and our arm was the hour hand, it's at 12. The left hand is at 3. So use those fingertips to walk, fingers, the palms, the arms. We can modulate the amount of weight that we're sinking down into the shoulder. Always listen to the body. Never push too hard. You can sink the weight back towards the heels. No tension in the face or jaw. Let me go. There are so many different ways to breathe. Fluttering breaths, lion's breath. I really encourage you to experiment. Not just now, but at your own time. Let's make our last micro adjustment with our arms. And then slowly slide the palms back to tabletop. We're going to take one cat-cow flow, nice and easy. Find our alignment. And then left palm to center. Fingers spread wide. We inhale, open, nice, easy, gentle press. So when we open, we really want our shoulders in one nice vertical line. Matching the movement to the breath. Pressing down into that left palm, using the fingers to squeeze into the earth. Next inhale, reach, open, looking at that thumb. Exhale, thread that needle. Our left palm is now at 12 o'clock. Our right palm is now at 9. Use those fingers to make our adjustments. Walk those palms out. Give a squeeze or two into that Mula Bandha. And once again, if you're new to the concept of the Mula Bandha, imagine you're just chilling in the bathroom, relaxed, and someone comes and bangs on the door. All those muscles that you then tense up, that's your Mula Bandha. So squeeze, release. And again, don't take my word for it, just experience it. Feel the difference it makes. 2 more breaths. Yoga is always about experiencing truth. No faith required, just real time. Inhale, let's bring those palms back to tabletop. One flow, cat-cow. And then let's bring those knees together. Feet together.
and sit back on the heels. Now, if this is really painful or difficult for your knees or any other part of the body, you can take some blocks or a bolster, place them underneath us. Most importantly is that we're comfortable. Know the difference between a little discomfort and pain. We should never push ourselves to the point of pain. Shoulders back, chest forward. We drop the chin to the chest. Inhale. Now complete neck rotations to the left, back and up. Exhale down. So we really want to feel the full weight of the skull dropping forward as the shoulders stay down away from the ears. At the bottom of our next exhale, let's change directions. So inhale to the right, all the way back. Our neck should be nice, loose, open at this time. But if you find a spot that needs some extra care, you can definitely hang out there. Let's say it's to the bottom, to the right. You can even use the hands to pull the head forward. Let the body speak to you. We just got to be open to listen. One more complete rotation. Inhale, back to center. We're going to come to standing on the knees. And the knees are about hip width distance. And getting ready for our Ustrasana, nice and chill. Turn a little bit so y'all can see. We're going to bring our palms to the lower back. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, just dropping back nice and easy. One breath, one movement. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop it back. Now, if your Ustrasana practice is a little bit more advanced, you can drop it back further. You can hold it for more breaths. You can bring the palms even back down to the heels. Or even come into full reclining hero. All the way back down. Whatever it is for you, don't push it. Nobody to impress. Yoga is never a competition, even with ourselves. So many different levels and variations. We have about a minute for our Ustrasana. So if we're still at the very beginning stages, remember, inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, just gently drop it back. If you ever start to feel dizzy, nauseous, or anything like that, this pose sometimes it happens. It's the deep cleansing. Also, sinus draining. Keep that in mind. 3 more breaths. Slowly bring ourselves back to center, nice and easy. Feet together, knees apart. Inhale, lengthen. Child's pose. As we're resting in this child's pose for just a few moments, I just want to speak a little bit about essential oils and the importance of the nose. Don't worry, not selling anything. But if you have them at home, eucalyptus, tea tree, lavender, cedarwood, all of these things really help to metaphysically and physically clean the air. They're naturally antibacterial, antimicrobial. They're going to cleanse out the whole nasal passages. I also have actually created a spray bottle. Bring it everywhere. It's super nice. Today's mix is tea tree and a little bit of lemongrass. 3 more breaths in child's pose. Really trying to surrender. No thoughts, no mind, no judgment.
And you can even press that forehead into the floor. This is going to, once again, help to drain our sinuses, loosen all those maxillofacial muscles that we're always tensing. Next, inhale, just start to slowly walk those palms back towards the body. Eventually, transition nice and easy into our tabletop. And getting ready for our lizard lunge. So we're going to transition into this really nice and simple from tabletop. We're going to bring that right foot up to that right wrist. Start to walk that left leg back, top of the foot on the floor, and take that right palm, pressing into that right knee. Open up that hip, stage 1, stage 2. You can even swoop that arm underneath the leg. Start to sink that body weight down. You check out our instructors doing some variations. Make this practice as difficult or as easy and relaxed as we want. But it's yin, so let's keep it mostly chill. Inhale, we're going to use that palm, bring that right knee back to center. Nice and easy switch. Right knee down to the floor, under the hip. Left foot by the left palm, then walk that right leg out and find your lizard. Once again, try to breathe into the hips, breathe into the groin, any place that really needs that fresh oxygen. Check out some of the variations here. Our breath is our best friend in all our poses. Two more breaths. And inhale, bring that left knee back to center. That left knee comes down. So we got some stretches for the toes here. It's not very often we get a chance to stretch our toes really deeply. So what we're going to do is keep those knees and feet together, palms down to the mat, and just very gently lifting up the knees and roll that weight back into the toes. Nice and gentle, nice and easy. This can get really deep. Just 5 breaths, or whatever. Always optional. Feel that core working to keep good posture. Don't let the shoulders roll forward. Keep that chest open. Now bringing the knees down and curling the toes underneath. Sitting up nice and straight. Shoulders back. This one can be really intense too, so we're curling the toes underneath, stretching the toes the other way. And to take our mind off the toes, we can just take one deep shoulder roll forward and back. Bring those palms back down to the floor. Sitting down on our right hip. Bring our feet out in front of us. Soles of the feet together, like Baddha Konasana before. But this time we're going to take it down, Supta Baddha Konasana, reclining butterfly, palms out, core engaged. Nice and easy. Bringing it on down to the floor. So we're going to bring one palm to the belly and one palm to the heart. Really try to get some skin on skin contact. See if with one hand you can
really feel your breath, and the other hand, you can really feel your heart. And notice that just by noticing, we've already slowed down, calmed down, relaxed. We're going to feel free to stay right here or take any variation of Shavasana. You can straighten the legs, put the palms facing up, facing down. Let the body guide you to Shavasana. And in Shavasana, we don't seek to control anything, not even the breath. We watch it come, we watch it go. Scanning the body from top to bottom. Just feeling all of our weight sinking down into the floor. The forehead is unwrinkled. The eyes are soft. The jaw is unclenched. As we roll that awareness down the chest, down the back. Bringing the awareness to the belly, just feel the clothing touching against the skin, the rise and fall of the breath. Rolling that awareness down to the hips, down the legs. Soften the knees, the shins, the ankles, and the feet. Remember that all of these tools are available to you at any time. Anytime we find ourselves stressed, distracted, living inside our minds, always have that anchor of the breath. The breath is our metric for how we're feeling, where our mind is at. By taking control, gently, mindfully, and with lots of self-love, we can change our entire biochemistry. Thank you so much for joining. I know that there is a limit of 1 hour, but we'll probably be passed out here until next week. So nice and easy, with eyes closed, we're going to find ourselves back in a seated posture. Scoop those glutes out for the last time. Bring the palms to heart center. Remembering our intentions, our dedication, and making the commitment to share this love and peace of mind with the rest of the world. Bowing our heads to ourselves and to each other. Thank you so much for sharing. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks for coming, y'all. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you,
Go
guys.
outside if you can.